Word on the street. FisMaz Show. What's the word on the street? Like who got the beats that be killing the game? Who's up on the screen? Who playing who? What's the score on the sheet? Fiso the Prince got him taking the seat. Got the legends giving us the 411. Fiso must from the 031. No hating sports and entertainment when we got it on and we're the only ones. And after all that action, never how we dripping high fashion. Drippy on some rich amnesty, stylists and soak up with passion. If it's giving us less, then we never settle. Make sure you pull up and bring all your medals. Sit back and relax, let's go. It's FisMaz bringing you the FisMaz Show. It's the FisMaz Show. It's the FisMaz Show. It's the FisMaz Show. It's the FisMaz Show.
Yeah, what's up? This is DJ Speedster, otherwise known as Speedster Bro. You are now tuned in to the FisMaz Show with FisMaz. Dango!
Hello everyone, welcome to the FisMaz Show. As we said in our last episode with Charlene Boshoff, it's all about high performance this month. And I decided to, next up, I wanted to rope in a person I call a friend, a person who is, when I say amazing hockey player, I think I'm not putting enough justice to just what he's achieved in the game. And yeah, keen to tap into, I guess, his history with high performance sport and obviously being an Olympic gold medalist, a world champion at the same time. I mean, incredible, to have achieved such feats. So let me let him in. I know a lot of you like him as a hockey player and all you ladies love him as I know you guys. But anyway, it goes by the name of Thomas Briels, former Belgium captain, over 350 caps. So yeah, let me let him in now and let's get started with our chat. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, of course, Thomas is a man who stays quite busy. I know he's been on holiday of late. There he is. Thomas, what's happening, brother?
Hey, man. Been a long time.
Yeah, been too long, brother. How are you keeping?
Yeah, pretty good. Started the preparation again, so I just had a double session, so I'm pretty beaten up, but all good.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. At least you're on holiday. Where did you go on holiday?
We did a crazy road trip. So I went with my girlfriends 2 weeks in Europe. And actually my mother just retired and she has a small house in Portugal. She's gonna retire there. And we brought her car to Portugal. So yeah, we saw a lot of things. So it was pretty nice.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of my friends were in Portugal for the Afro Nation Festival. They said it was amazing. So yeah, it's definitely a place I'd love to check out one day. I still need to visit you that side as well. So hopefully we can make that happen.
Yeah, for sure. Let me know and I'll give you some tips where to go.
No, thank you for your time, brother. Obviously, I know you said you just finished a session. I also came from a session now.
How did it go?
I think we're about the same age, but I probably feel about 20 years older than you. So, and at least you're still a high performance athlete and you're doing your thing,
How did your game go?
No, it went alright. I think we won about 8 or 9-0. But we were playing a schoolboy team, an 18 team. It was just a practice because it was in our practice slot. So I play for Belgium Hockey Academy. So we're one of obviously the top sides in the country at the moment.
Okay.
And so we played some juniors during our training session. So it was one of those, just more of a practice game. We're playing the finals on Saturday for our provincial title. So we've won the national one now, so we need to win the local one.
Okay, nice. Sounds good.
Yeah, one day you must come play for us. Eh? You must come for Easter weekend or something and come play a tournament. Eh?
Yeah, it would be nice. I would love to. I like South Africa is one of my favorite places to go. I really enjoyed always when we went with the national team. It was always really nice people, good food, good weather. So yeah, and really great fans always. So if I can come back, for sure I want to come back one day.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna make it happen. I must make it happen. But I mean, we met actually at World League. I think it was 2017, 2018. What year was it? 2018.
Yeah, I was thinking about it just before you called, but I don't remember which year it was.
Yeah, I think it was. It must have been about 2018, eh?
Yeah, maybe I think maybe a bit earlier.
I think it was 2017.
Yeah, I think a bit earlier.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, it was. It was It was summer 2017, just before we played the Europeans in Amsterdam, and and this one of my, I think, best memories of a tournament, like how we played as a team. I mean, we were really dominated the sides, and in the final also dominated Germany. A lot of people came out to watch the game, so I still got messages from South African fans, and I'm sure they didn't forget the Belgium side.
No, they haven't forgotten. I've got a surprise for you, by the way. I want to show you something. Look what I'm wearing underneath here.
The Red Devils.
The red devils.
The Red Devils. They're still yet to win a big tournament. So
I think you need to go give them a bit of a speech, Thomas. You know how to get things done in big tournaments, Because I mean, I've looked at the way Belgium hockey, probably in the last decade and a little bit more, have really just cranked it up. I mean, we always knew about Germany and Netherlands as kind of the teams to beat. You guys have come in, and I mean, the first time I got to watch you guys firsthand was in South Africa at the Hockey World League, and you guys were incredible, man.
Yeah, we came a long way. I often do speeches now after the Olympics for businesses as well, and then I talk a little bit about our story. When I started, it was 2007, and we were ranked 13th in the world, so really an amateur team. And then we qualified by miracle, winning against Germany. So we played the Olympic Games in 2008 at Beijing. It's been 32 years then that the Belgium played at an Olympic Games. So yeah, for us it was a great moment, and also for Belgium hockey was like things changed after that, because the Olympic Committee was involved, and sponsors became involved, and all the structures became a bit more professional. And then 10 years later we went from 13 in the world to world champions. So it's been crazy.
And I mean, for you, having been part of essentially that journey from, I guess, being a team that was probably seen as one of the smaller nations, especially in Europe, where there's so many strong nations, to then go to one of the best in the world, and having been part of that journey, I no doubt that probably the bulk of your career was during that time. I mean, take me through that. Take me through how you made that switch, because as South Africans, we often sit here as quite frustrated with how the way our game goes. And what did you guys do as a nation, to really get yourself on track? And I asked this because it's an important question with regards to this series I'm doing in terms of high performance athletes and managing to get to the top. So just take us through that.
Yeah, I think it's, first of all, it takes a lot of time. We've been through a lot of coaches and a lot of periods with the team, and first of all, it's like a bit education and learning what it means to be like a top athlete and give everything for the sport. And I think we were pretty lucky with the coaches who came. I mean, we had Colin Batch, an Aussie, or first Adam Commons, Colin Batch, then Jeroen Delmee, Mark Lammers, and they all brought something to the team. But for me, the most important thing is like we were a band of brothers, and we stayed together for 10 years, and we grew up together, and we were all pretty talented, but we were pretty young. So I think we learned along the way also to be better hockey players, but also to be better persons, and we learned each other's desires, and we became really sort of a group of friends who really wanted to achieve something. And then we were getting pretty close, but we were always losing finals. And then for us in 2015 or in 2014, we didn't qualify for the semifinals of the World Cup. And then in 2015, we didn't qualify for the semifinals of the European Cup. And for me as well was my personal first big disappointment, because I was not selected at that time for that tournament. And then something changed. Jeroen Delmee stopped as a coach, and Shane McLeod came into the team in 2015. This was 10 months before the Olympic Games of Rio, and he made like a really big shift, like a really big culture shift, because at that moment we were all talented guys, and we thought we were the best, and we didn't play really like a team. And he really made us realize we need to do it all together, and he worked really hard on the culture side of the team. And for me, Shane is one of the guys who in 5 years time he changed the whole culture and the whole dynamics of the team, and we were pretty successful after he came in with, of course, a silver medal at the Rio Olympics in 2016, and then world champion in 2018, European champion in 2019, and Olympic champion in 2021. So those years was pretty big for us, but it was also because we had all the past before, and we grew as a team all together. So I think it takes time, and it takes a bunch of individuals that are really willing to put in the time and the energy, and also having a lot of deception and a lot of losses along the way, but still keep going and keep trying to get better and try to reach our goal. So it's been an interesting journey, and it made me also the person I am today, not only hockey wise, but especially like just personality wise, I think.
Yeah, man, it's fascinating to obviously to hear you speak about, the team culture, and it's never easy to implement that because you always need a buy-in from a group, or especially a large part of the group. So even if there are certain guys that don't catch on from the start, they eventually see that, hey, we're going to get left behind here if we don't jump into the ship. And I mean, that's fascinating. It wouldn't have been easy, no doubt. I'm sure there would have been some pushback, but as players, as also one of the players that would have captained the team for a large part of that period, what are the key things that help towards that process of coming together as a group and really being a close-knit bunch that can work towards goals?
Yeah, for us, especially what helped our team was also the fact that our country is pretty small. So at one moment, we also said as a team to each other, okay, we need to train more together. And Belgium facilitates that because Brussels is 1 hour away from Antwerp. So we had the possibility to train every week together. But we also needed a little bit of an okay from the clubs, because a lot of players are paid by clubs. They expect them to be there every week. And at that moment we basically said, like, look, we want to achieve something. We want to train almost every day with each other. So that means on Tuesday we don't go to the club. On Thursday we don't go to the club, but we're only there on Friday and for the game on Sunday. So there was always a big pushback from the club side because they are our main income. But for us as players, it was pretty clear. If we really want to achieve something, if we really want to win big tournaments, we need to train together, be together, and the national team has to be our priority. And that was always a difficult situation because you have a federation who has and a national team who has their objective, but every player is also playing in a club who has their objective and want to be champion of the Belgium league or the Dutch league. So that was always a struggle. I think we managed to find a good balance, and I think that was a big difference, that we were able to train like week in, week out with each other.
You mentioned the one thing with regards to obviously with the clubs. Geez, I can only imagine how difficult that would have been, because especially, I understand maybe the Belgium clubs, maybe, you'd have to tell me about that, but it's easier for them to have a buy-in as clubs of that country, right? But like, I know you've played a lot of your hockey in the Netherlands. That can't be easy to navigate that, because maybe a foreign club won't be as understanding.
Well, it was pretty funny and interesting to see. Actually, it's the other way around, because the Dutch clubs were really happy that we were playing there, and we got a lot of freedom because we were international players. So I think the Dutch clubs were more hard on the Dutch players than at the Belgian players playing in Holland at that time, and the Belgian clubs probably were more hard on the Belgian players playing in Belgium. So that was pretty funny and interesting thing to witness, because you should think it's the other way around, but it was not like that.
It's crazy that, man. Like, and again, I also think it's how a lot of societies work. Sometimes our own have a lot more pushback than people from outside.
Yeah, and that's also something for the clubs. What I witnessed as well is like they're always pretty strict at their youngsters coming in, and also with offering them money and things like that. The clubs are more like, yeah, we gave you the education, and you're a guy from the club, so you need to have a club heart, and you need to do this for the club. So we will pay you not that much, and then you have foreigners coming in to a new club, and they get of course much more money because they want to attract the players and top players coming in. So then there's like a disbalance, and I think for the clubs you need to take care of your own and treat them well, and also pay the same what they're worth than foreign players, because else they also will go away and look on where the grass is greener.
Yeah, man, it's fascinating. I mean, I come from South Africa, and I mean, it's a very different sort of a situation. And I think that's why also a lot of our players, go abroad to try and get involved in those more professional structures. But I mean, despite those challenges, as a group, you managed to still make it work. And one of the things that really stood out for me in 2017, when we met and when I watched you guys play, and when I watched your celebrations when you won the tournament, there was just this sense of togetherness. Whenever I see you with Loic Leipert or with any other guys within your team, I'm like, these guys are like, they're just good friends. They look like good friends who have worked hard and who are now reaping the rewards of that. I mean, how much sweeter is it when you win with people that you truly enjoy hanging around with, and people that you can call brothers or sisters if it's a women's game?
Yeah, I think it's really important, and they're all really good guys, but you're in it together, so you live the same life, you have the same goals and objectives, and then the fact that we were playing week in week out with each other, it creates a bond because you see each other every time. It's not only on the pitch, but you go out after the training, you lunch together, you have meetings together, you have all those kind of you talk about life, you learn to know each other, and Shane was really good in that. He really made it not just about hockey but also about personal stuff, and then he really organized workshops that we could learn each other better, like who is this guy and where does he come from, and how was he educated, and how does he think about life, and how is his home situation, and how does he like to be talked against, and how do I need to communicate with him, and like, so we really got to know each other better and better and better, and that was in the end it's a bit the same as in war. They always talk about maybe politics or religion, but in the end the guys who are facing really stress and heavy battles, they do it for their brothers, and that's the only thing that counts. And I think we were at the situation that we were giving our lives is a bit much to say, but we would jump in front of a ball to save somebody's save somebody's bad decision, or if somebody lost the ball, we would run as hell back to cover his mistakes. And I think if you can create that with 18 different individuals, then I think you have a really, really strong team. But again, that takes time.
I mean, you speak of it taking time. The one common denominator, the whole purpose of me doing this high performance series in August was to get into those sort of topics. How within a team environment, what kind of dynamics do you guys create with each other, with the coaching staff, and there's that common denominator of just the more time you spend together. I suppose it's a very human thing to have. The more time you spend together, the more you'll get along. But the one thing that
it's also investing time, I think. Like just sitting after a training, sitting together, invest your time, asking how this person is doing, asking what's going on with his life, and not just leaving after training and minding your own business and trying to get a team. So I think investing time in somebody is worth a lot.
Yeah, I mean, those are some truly great words there. And, you know, sometimes it's easier said than done, but when there's a genuine push to do exactly that, you know, you can do that. And the one fascinating thing is that you often hear certain teams and certain coaches speaking about this is the Belgian way, or this is the Manchester United way, or this is the, you know, FC Genk way, or whatever. And so what happens in that sort of a dynamic is that at times you find situations where I don't fit into that way, you know. So how do I get accommodated? And it's fascinating to hear you say, you know, about investing time in each other, because then as much as you have that team culture is also incorporates everyone, regardless of the sort of background you have, and in that sort of a situation, no one gets left behind.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. I think also just the team sports dynamics, and I think what we've created, what you want to create as a coach to your team is when we were younger, a lot of things came from the staff, from the coaching staff, like you need to be like this, you need to behave like this, you need to do this, and it was pretty from high up down. And explained like, okay, how you need to do it. And I think in the end we created a culture where it came from the players itself. It was like if somebody of the team didn't behave the way we agreed upon, that was not our culture, not our DNA. It would come from the players, and the players would tell each other like, okay, be better, or you can't do this, or can't do that. And I think if you create a situation where the players are in control of the culture and protecting the culture, I think then you're in a really good place.
Yeah, man, this is so fascinating. I mean, these are the sort of things I love speaking about, even within my own team, you know, as a hockey player, because, you know, team sport can be so fragile when the environment is not right. You know, when there's one person who's not happy about playing time or unhappy about receiving the ball enough, it can really create those small little cracks that just start to open up a little bit more. You know, how do you deal with those sort of situations? No doubt you probably would have had those. You know, when there is maybe someone who's a little bit despondent, you know, obviously you don't want to discard people away, but how did Belgium as a team deal with those sort of dynamics with maybe some people are feeling like they're not quite getting the love and playing time, etc., that they need?
Yeah, it's really difficult, and persons respond in different ways. I think Shane was really good in identifying that and planting seeds, and but in the end it has to come from the team. And I remember, and one of the things I'm most proud of was after the second game in the World Cup in 2018. I was captain at that moment, and we were playing. We were not playing good. And people were talking about playing time and about actions that some players were running too much with the ball. And I remember just before a training, before the third game, Shane gave a speech in the dressing room, and then we were off to training. And I asked Shane, like, is it possible to say something? So Shane gave me the word in the dressing room, and I was almost in tears, because I knew it was probably my last World Cup. And I said, like, look, we're here, we have one opportunity, we have one chance, and nobody's going to remember who scored the goal in the third game or which actions you did. The only thing that people are really going to remember is, okay, Belgium is world champion 2018. I mean, I didn't even remember things of the game that was 2 days ago. Like, it's a lot of pressure, a lot of people are watching, a lot of families watching, you want to make them proud, but it's not about you, it's about our team, it's about winning the first cup ever in Belgium history, being world champion, and everybody's gonna forget everything except that Belgium is world champion in 2018. And it came really from my heart, and I was I had tears in my eyes, and then afterwards we went training. But I think I still hear till now players that said, that triggered something, and it was important statements, and I think I still hold it true. I mean, it doesn't matter if you dribble three persons and make a good action, and everybody thinks, oh, that's cool. I mean, nobody's gonna remember in 10 years. Nobody gonna remember a game in 10 years. So
Yeah, champions last forever. I mean, I couldn't have said it any better myself with regards to, trying to build a dynamic where, excellence in everyday life is not an easy thing to achieve. But once you get down that path, once you win that first trophy, I think that's when people also really buy in. And I saw the celebrations that, you guys as a country had when you guys came home with that gold medal for the World Cup. That was unbelievable. I mean, like, take me through that, man, because you speak of those challenges. You're not quite playing as well as you were. You then win that gold medal, and then everything just changes from there. And to beat the team that you beat, a team that has quite so often produced the goods of the big stage, no doubt it would have been sweet.
Yeah, for me that was one of the best moments of my career, because it was the first time we played a lot of finals, and we always lost the finals, and yeah, in the media and the outside world always said, like, yeah, Belgium is a good team, but they're never gonna win a championship. They don't have leaders. They're mentally weak. They can't finish the job, actually. And then when we won the World Cup, like, I could lift the World Cup, and there's one image in my head, and there's pictures from it when I'm down with the cup and I see all the players' eyes looking at me, and I went through all the eyes. I saw, like, stars in their eyes. Like, we did it. We won the World Cup of hockey in Belgium, which if you would say that 10 years ago, people would think you're crazy. When I was younger, I looked like Pakistan lifting the World Cup, and I remember when we went into the stadium, you saw all the previous teams with the World Cup, and then at the end there was like a question mark, like, who is the next world champion? I was always walking by and was imagine that's like Belgium is the next picture for the first time in history. So that was one of my favorite. I still have goosebumps if I think about it. And then we came back. We had a crazy party in India, but it was just in India in the hotel, because there were no fans of Belgium. And we came back, and he said, yeah, we maybe want to do something at the Brussels Square, like the football players did when they became, I think, second at the European Cup or something. It was like a lot of people there. So we were a bit hesitant. We thought, like, yeah, maybe 100 or 200 people is going to be there, a bit of family. But it was Tuesday afternoon. It was also exams at that moment. So we thought, yeah, it's going to be maybe a bit embarrassing. And then, we came there, and the whole square was full, 8,000 people. And it was like, did we just do that? Just like hockey in Belgium, like the small sport?
I can only imagine, like, you get there, you're like, whoa, what's going on here?
It was one of my, those images or those pictures are, ingrained in my memory for forever. And then, like you said, then you realize what you can do and how you can bring a country together just with sport. And like, how many people watched the game, how many people came that Tuesday afternoon and still know it's till this day, like, what a great moment that was. And that is something I think is, like, you can inspire people with sport. And that's what we did. We inspired the Belgian population, and we made them feel like one country for a moment. And I think that's something really cool, and something I won't achieve with anything else in my life for in the future.
As the captain of that team, I mean, I can only imagine, how proud not only your family was, but your girlfriend and people that you grew up with. But to have captained your team to a World Cup win, regardless of what sport it is that for you the pinnacle? As a leader, was that the pinnacle for you? Because it's the first one, your country's never done it before. You, the captain who leads from the front, and I know that you are very much a team first man. But from a captain's point of view, just pure honesty, how did you feel? And how proud are you?
I have to say, I never it was never my ambition to be captain of the team. I remember very good when Shane came on the pitch and he asked me to be captain of the team, because John stopped after Rio for a year. Felix and I also stopped for a year because of his education or social social duties, and yeah, it was never something I thought about. And I just said to him, look, I never done it. If you want me to do it, I will do it for the team. If you think it's a right decision or right call. And after that, I was also a bit awkward because I think in South Africa, when you saw me, it was the first tournament I was captain of the team. But in the end, because people knew, yeah, it's not. I never felt it was about me. It was just about the team, and people also feel that like I just want to put the team first, and they accepted it actually really fast, which was not always the case in the past. So yeah, for me, in hindsight, I never thought about it too much, but in hindsight, yeah, I'm pretty proud I could lift the cup for the first time, and but not just for myself, but yeah, for the team, for those guys. Yeah, like I said, like looking in their eyes when I lifted that cup, that's maybe one of my favorite memories from a 15-year-old career.
Yeah, truly inspiring, Thomas. I mean, I'm looking at your medal haul, you know, gold at Tokyo 2020, silver at Rio 2016, World Cup champion, gold at 2019 European champions, silver, bronze. I mean, that's an impressive haul of titles, especially with Belgium coming from where they were. You've retired now, over 350 caps for your country. Yeah, man, what can we expect from you in the next few years? How much longer do you still want to play club hockey? Yeah, take me through that, you know, quickly before you wrap it up.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast time goes, because you're in it, and you're going from tournament to tournament, and maybe from deception to deception, and then some highs, some lows, and you're just thinking about the next one, and before you know it, you're playing your last tournament, and also your last game, the Olympic final, in my case. And I remember just sitting in the dressing room, and Shane asked us to close our eyes just before the final, think about like the people we would love to have in the stand, the people who love us, who supported us throughout our careers, because of course it was Corona, so we didn't have any fans in the stadium. And I think I was the only one who didn't close my eyes, and I was just looking at everybody, and I was like enjoying the moment. And it's weird to say, some people asked me, aren't you like so stressed, Olympic final? But I knew it was my last one, and I was so calm, and it was so like, okay, I did what I had to do, and I was just enjoying the last moments. So yeah, that was a very, very special moment. And then the way we finished, and you had gold, and in the end, everything, you let everything go, and then you think about 15 years of your life you put into it. So it was a crazy moment. And then for now, I'm just happy I could finish on a high note with an Olympic gold medal. I don't think a lot of players or people can say that. So I don't have any regrets, and I'm pretty happy I stopped, because the guys were training 2 weeks after, I think, and I was sipping a coffee on Monday morning, and I was thinking, I'm pretty happy I'm not on the pitch anymore. But the guys are, they're going to the next one and the next one, and like life, for everybody, there's gonna be a last one. I'm just happy my last one finished in the way it did. And now I'm just enjoying my 13th season in Eindhoven with a lot of guys I also really, really love and consider my brothers. So I hope we can do something special this year. And I'm turning 35 in 9 days. So for me, it's looking year by year and seeing how my body still wants to go further.
Yeah, Thomas, you don't look at over 21, but it's fine. You know, we shall leave you. Look, I just wanna fire through some quick questions from some fans that I have. Let's try and keep the answers nice and short, because we've got about 5 minutes left of the show, and I just want to quickly wrap that up. So quickly, how many times do you train in a week? How long is your session, and how is your week structured in terms of club hockey and playing in Holland?
It's normally like a normal week. If you would play in the national team as well, you would train like Monday through Wednesday for a normal week with the national team. So Monday is probably like a pretty easy training and then a gym session. Tuesday you train a double session, so 2 times 2 hours. So it's really the hardest day of the week. And then Wednesday again is probably maybe in the morning or a hockey session or a gym session. And then Thursday you go to the club. You train with your club 2 hours. Friday you train 2 hours with your club, and then Saturday you rest, and Sunday you have a game, and then you do it over and over again. And then it depends in which period you are. Like if it's a heavy training period, like a high load, and it's just loading up, then you would have more trainings. And if it's like a decompressing mode, like if you're just before a tournament and you want to peak to a tournament, then they're gonna train hard and then decompress, so a bit less training to be really fresh at the tournament. So it depends a little bit in which zone you are training, but I would say approximately 5-6 trainings a week, and then probably two gym sessions, 2 or 3 gym sessions a week, something like that.
All right. Okay. Cool.
If you're doing national team and club combined.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That was a question from Madi. Let's go to Pamelo now. So, what is your routine before a game?
Oh, I think when I was younger, I had a lot of things and routines, and I needed to do the same thing over and over again. And then when you started playing a lot of games, you think like, I'm losing a lot of time here and energy. So in the end, I experimented with a lot with food as well. And I always tried to find like the 1% to make me better. But I think in the end, I was just like pretty relaxed, and I really enjoy my coffee. So we always have a coffee club with the guys who love to drink coffee. Lapart is one of them. Some of the guys are drinking mate now, so he doesn't really like it. So I think he misses me in the team. And before games we always do like a priming session with Mick Beune. Is our physical trainer. Is one of the best. I think he's already more than 20 years with the team, first as player and then as physical trainer, and really rate him really high. So 5 hours before the game we do a priming session, so that would be like warming up and then do like full on sprints to get your body going. So things like that. But like for me personally, I didn't have too many I don't know how you call it in English, too many
superstitions or routines and all that. Okay.
No, I thought like after if you play 350 games and you keep having superstitions, I think even my superstitions in the beginning, sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't work. So I thought they're not, it doesn't work.
All right, no, fair enough. Look, I've got one more question. This has to be very, very short. What strengths do you believe every great athlete should have? This is from Lamia Patel. So just a quick one. What great strengths should every top athlete have?
What a difficult question. I think intrinsic motivation, like coming from the inside and really want to, you're not getting pushed from the outside, or you're not getting pushed from your parents, or you're not doing it to get attention. You're just like intrinsic motivated to be better and try to do everything to be a better athlete. I think that's pretty powerful.
Yeah, I think that's a powerful way to end today's show. Yeah, thank you for joining me on the FisMaz Show, Thomas. I hope that we'll see each other again soon, whether it's out in Europe or whether you paying us a visit this side. But man, I really appreciate your time, and no doubt I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy this particular episode both in South Africa and abroad. So I really appreciate it, my brother.
My pleasure, man. Nice to see you. It's been way too long. So
it's been way too long.
Let me know if I can play in South Africa. I would love to come. I have a fond memory of South Africa and Cape Town, and so.
I know you love Cape Town. I'm in Johannesburg.
Johannesburg. Joburg was also nice.
Yeah.
So just like South African in general, I'm gonna go back for sure. So I will text you if I go there.
Perfect, mate. All right, cool. I'll give you a shout soon. All right. Cool. Cheers.
Thanks, man.
Cheers, brother.